What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Misplayed Magic, the only Magic the Gathering YouTube channel doing giveaways based on how I draft. You'll see up on the screen here, if I do horribly and get 0 wins, I'm giving away an Edge of Eternities collector booster pack to one of you. All the way down to if I get 7 wins, I'm giving away a draft. All you have to do to claim this is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below on how you think I did. Now the rankings have reset. We're back to gold. It's a new week. We're going to be spinning the challenge wheel and hopefully getting some wins here today. Alright, so for today's challenge, we're going to be doing a 5-color special draft, meaning we're drafting cards of every single color. The mana fixing is not good in this set. It's not great, but there's some landers, there's some splashing abilities, and we're going to play every single color in Magic that there is here today. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, jumping into this first pack here. If we're going all 5 colors, I like taking a no color card. When this creature leaves the battlefield, we draw a card, and then you can put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. I actually like this card quite a bit. I think playing it on 4 is decent, especially if we're going to have some issues fixing our mana. Playing it on 6 is also not bad at all. It's a 7/5. I mean, it could be way worse. I think we're definitely picking that up. We also, it can station spaceships when it comes in on turn 4. So that's good. I do like the All Fate Stalker. I like the Galvanizing Sawship quite a bit, but we're just going to go with the Anti-Causal Vestige here. I think that card is great. It's a rare. Very excited to see it, and we'll jump into this next one. All right, hopping into this next pack. So if we're going all 5 colors, all 5, that means we probably should take some land fixing. We probably should take some land fixing. We probably should be somewhat smart about this. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to play it so safe here. I do like Diplomatic Relations a lot as a good removal effect. But I think we have to be base green. I need to fight other people off of green. I'm going to take a Galactic Wayfarer. It's boring, but this card is good. 3 mana, 3/3, makes a lander, helps us fix our mana. We're taking the Galactic Wayfarer here. It's nothing fantastic. But there's nothing else that good here. I like Diplomatic Relations. I also do like the Landseeker quite a bit. I like this card a lot. But I think being in green is going to make a little bit more sense. So we're going to take a Galactic Wayfarer as our next selection here. Moving on now into our third pick. There's some green cards here. Loading Zone is interesting. For no more counters we put on a creature, spacecraft, or planet you control, twice that many of each of those kinds of counters are put on it instead. Feels really slow. Feels really slow. I think if we're going to be in a deck that is doing counters, it's usually like a couple colors. It's probably not 5 colors. Other things here, Pull Through the Weft is okay. You know, honestly, nothing's that great. I do like the Night Luminary and the Depressurize as 2 really solid commons, but I'm going to take the rare land here. Not tap land, but shock land. And since we're playing all 5 colors and we know that, I can take something like this. We're definitely drafting like a little bit of a maniac here, but we're going to take the Watery Grave and hope that that helps us with our mana later. All right, here, now it's a question. Do we want to... Oh, it's a good question. Do we want to have good mana and take a Sacred Foundry? We know we're playing all 5 colors. Or do we want to play it a little bit smarter and take something like a good card in the Specimen Freighter, or maybe a Diplomatic Relations as a removal spell? I also love the Zookeeper Mechan quite a bit. Quite a bit. So this is tough. This could just take a black removal spell. I do like the Diplomatic Relations a decent amount, but we might be struggling to have creatures out there. I'm going to go really, really, really conservative here. I'm going to take the land. I'm going to take the land. I don't know exactly what our colors are going to be. Moving on now into our 5th pick, and I do think it's time for us to take a Galvanizing Sawship. I think this card is good. I think people are sleeping on this card. It's a 6 mana, 6/5 with flying and haste. That's a good card to have. Depressurize is probably decent. I don't like the Broodguard Elite. It feels... I mean, I get it. I guess I understand the card. You can warp it for like 3, put 2/1/1 counters on something. It's not bad. But I'm going to go with the Galvanizing Sawship here. I like it a little bit more. I think it's a decent win con for our deck. Continuing through this pack. So I don't think we want the Tapestry Warden. Each creature you control with toughness greater than its power stations and assigns damage equal to it. I will say it is just like a 4 mana 4/4 with vigilance effectively. Is that good? It's not bad. Maybe we just take that here. I don't like anything else. I mean, let me know what you think. This pack's not good. It's definitely not good. We're going to take a Tapestry Warden. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Moving on now into our 7th pick. I don't think we want the Cathedral of War. I also don't think we want the Mystifying Maze. So I think it's probably a Gene Pollinator. I think this card is good for helping us fix our mana. And I think the thing is, our deck's going to look really bad in this first pack. And the goal is that in the last pack, we can just take whatever we want to take. So I'm going to take the Gene Pollinator. And hopefully these early investments in our mana will help us to take fun stuff in the later packs. Here, we don't have any removal yet. So I'm going to take a Diplomatic Relations over a Blooming Stinger. I like it a little bit more. I think it's a decent removal spell, and hopefully, you know, green is somewhat open for us. Hopping now into our 9th pick, we could take another Galvanizing Saw Ship. I do think green is open. I think maybe black-green, somewhat open. I think that's an easy place to fix mana from, black-green. Germinating Worm's okay as well. I do like the Saw Ship quite a bit, but we already have 2 6-drops already, so I'm just going to take the Siege Ship Brood Tender. I think that card is decent enough. Here, I don't love any of these cards. I don't like any of these cards actually at all. I do not like one. Maybe we'll take a Mental Modulation. It's like fine. Yeah, we'll take it. My goal is that we're going to be splashing cards that are actually worth splashing. Here, a Melt Strider's Gear is not great. Kavaran Skywarden's also not great, but I don't like the Ruinous Rampage. I guess we'll take the Gear. But that doesn't feel fantastic. Here, Remnant Elemental's not it. I'm going to go with the Ilvoy Light Jammer. Don't feel fantastic about that. Or the Squire's Lightblade either. So pack's drying up quite a bit. And hopping on into our pack 2, pick 1, we can play a Dominion Bracelet. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. It has, for 15 mana, exile the bracelet. You control the target opponent during their next turn. It controls X less to activate, where X is the creature's power. Activate only as a sorcery. Now, here's the thing. If I was trying as hard as I possibly could to win, would I take this? Actually, I probably still would. There's no way that we are passing the Dominion Bracelet here. Welcome to the deck. This deck is going to be hilarious. I'm very, very excited about it. I think Echoing Deeps actually could be good. That might wheel to us, because we might need to have lands in our graveyard. We might with like a Siege Ship Brood Tender. I do like the Dirgecraft quite a bit as well. But we're taking the Dominion Bracelet, and hopefully we can take over somebody's turn here in this draft today. Hopping now into our pack 2, pick 2. Do not really want a Mystifying Maze. So what are we looking for here? I think the signals that we've got is maybe green-black is where we're supposed to be. I do think Dubious Delicacy is pretty good. 3 mana for a kind of instant speed removal, -3/-3, and then we can either hit our opponent or heal ourselves. So I like that card quite a bit. I do like Sammy Ship's Engineer. I think that card is fun. But we're going to go with the Dubious Delicacy here. I think that makes the most sense, just getting a good removal effect. And I think black-green is where we're supposed to try and be, and then we'll kind of splash for our other colors. Moving on now into our pack 2, pick 3, and wow, a couple really good red removal spells. Both the Bombard and the Plasma Bolt are really strong. Really, really strong. I don't know what our splashing color is going to be, but I do know one thing. I want to try the Mouth of the Storm. I want to try this card. 7 mana, 6/6, Flying Ward 2. When it enters, creatures your opponent control get -3/-0 until end of turn. I want to try it. I don't know if it's good, but if we're splashing blue, we got to play something that's expensive so we can eventually play it, right? So I'm going to take the Mouth of the Storm here, and, you know, it's a win con. That could win us the game. You never know. Moving on out into our pack 2, pick number 4, and we've got some options. I do think we want to stay the course a little bit with I think our black-green kind of base makes some sense. I don't like the Biosynthetic Burst or the Melt Strider's Resolve at all. I guess the Melt Strider's Resolve is okay. I guess it's okay. I'm going to go with the Voidforge Titan. I like it a little bit more. Moving on into our 5th selection, I do think now we just take a Eumidian Terrabotanist. This card's good. It's good. It gains you like 4 or 5 life throughout the game, which usually matters. Like, there's a lot of games that come down to that small life total. So we're going to be picking the Eumidian Terrabotanist here. Oh my goodness, we have to.
This is crazy.
We quite literally must. The issue is we don't have a lot of multicolored permanents. But I don't care. We have to do this. We have to do the thing. 5 colors, infinite guideline station. Welcome to the deck. We are going to try that. It's going to be treacherous. It's going to be treacherous to try and cast that. But we can now say we've got all 5 colors in our deck, which is fantastic. And now we got to get as much land fixing as we possibly can. Here, I think the Melt Strider Eulogist is okay. I don't love anything else all that much. I guess we just take that as like a 3-mana 3/3. Is decent. Continuing through our 8th selection. Ooh, it's not great. It's not great out here. Thawbringer is fine. We have a lot of just like 3-mana fine creatures. We've got the Wayfarer, Diplomatic Relations. I guess we just take the Thawbringer. I do like Orbital Plunge as well. I think that card is strong, but we're going to try and... okay, so do we take the Echoing Deeps here? Have this land enter tapped as a copy of any land card in a graveyard, except it's a cave in addition to other types. It's either that or it's just a Sammy's Curiosity. I'm going to go with the Sammy's Curiosity. Actually, now I'm going to go with the Sammy's Curiosity. I don't know how much we're going to be milling ourselves. So like Seed Chip Root Tender would have helped us there, but I don't really know what else does. And this deck is quite literally the most meme deck I have ever seen. Now we're taking the Sammy's Curiosity. We're going to be responsible. And hopefully that will help us to be able to cast all of our things. I will say that one thing that's kind of a bummer is we hardly have any multicolored permanents. So this is only going to be doing it for a Seed Chip Root Tender. Here I do think the Plasma Bolt is good. We're going to try. Who knows? Biosynthetic Burst is totally fine. And we're just going to have an eye out basically in this last pack for anything that is multicolored. And we opened a pack with 0 multicolored cards, which is bad. It is not what we wanted to do here. That being said, I do like the Glacier Godmaw. This card is dope. It is super fun. Our curve is high. It is very high. But we might not play this all ship. I'm going to go with the Glacier Godmaw. I just think that us having that at the top end of our curve is going to make some sense. I know we're playing green to some extent here, and I really do want to be, I say it's a 5-color special. I want to be playing all the colors, more than just in the Infinite Guideline Station. Like if we just played a green-black deck and we were playing that, that's kind of cheating. So here, I'm going to go, ooh, Elegy Acolyte. This card is good.
Oh my god, what is that?
This card is really, really good. 4 mana for a 4/4 with lifelink. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. We're snapping that. That card is fantastic. Terrapax Intimidator is good as well. So is the Tragic Trajectory. This card is insane. Void is way easier to trigger than I thought it would be. So -10, -10 for 1 mana is kind of stupid. But we're going to take the Elegy Acolyte here and move into this next one. Hopping on into our pack 3. Pick 3. I do think we're supposed to take a breeding pool. I think that makes the most sense for us. I don't love anything else here. There's been no multicolor permanents in this last pack too. So our Infinite Guidelight Station is not great. It's not fantastic. Hopping on into our pack 3. Pick 3. Do we take a Tanuk Memorial Ensign? Probably. Just because it's a multicolored permanent, we probably take it. I say that, though, I might abandon the Guideline Station. We're going to try to take the Tanuk, and maybe we'll pick up like 1 or 2 multicolored permanents. Hopping on into our pack 3, pick number 5. And I do think now we'll just continue to take a Command Bridge. I think that's probably a smart selection for us. Continuing through our pack 3, pick 6. And we could take a Raghost, Deft Gastronaut. Artifacts you control are food in addition to other types. I will say this just isn't that good. It's not that fantastic. It can be decent, but splashing for a 2-mana creature doesn't make a ton of sense for us. I'm just going to take a Blooming Stinger and be like a little bit smart here and just fill out our curve a decent amount. Hopping on out into our 7th selection. You know, it's probably just another Gene Pollinator. 3 of those is probably our limit, though. 3 is a lot. I'll take an Ice Cave Crasher just to fill up our 4-mana slot here. Now, Needle Spires is... I'm in. It's either that or another Tanuk or a Diplomatic Relations. Give me the Needle Spires. Let's try it. Let's try it out here. Continuing through into this next one. I don't love anything here. I think we'll just take another Ice Cave Crashers. It's decent. 4-mana creature. Now, I think an Intrepid Tenderfoot is totally fine. I think that card is super, super passable. Continuing through into this next pack, I will say the Fungal Colossus. We've got a lot of different lands here. I'm going to take it. I guess we could take Pull Through the Weft too, but I'm going to go with the Fungal Colossus. I don't know that we're going to end up playing it, but we're just going to put it in our deck for now. Here, we'll take another Plasma Bolt, I think. Crumb Companion is fine. Give me the Plasma Bolt. We might need to splash it. Who knows? Kavaran Skywarden's not great. And this is the deck we are rocking with today. All right, so here is the deck we are rocking with today. It is all 5 colors. We've got the Infinite Guideline Station. We summoned this card today. It's all 5 colors. That is the only white card we have, but we have an additional card of every other color. We've got the Mouth of the Storm, the Galvanizing Sawship, a couple of black cards, and a ton of green cards, and a ton of lands. We are going to try and do the thing here today. And if you're new to the channel, please know this is not real. This is like, I am not trying as hard as I can here. This channel is all about having fun playing Magic. So if you like it, make sure you're subscribed, and let's go ahead and jump into this one. All right, hopping into this first one, and we have a normal looking hand. This is super normal looking. We're going to keep this 7. We've got 3 of our 5 colors already. I think that we are going to, I think we're fine paying the 2 life. I say that. We can just do this next turn, and we'll be fine. So I'm just going to play a Forest into our Gene Pollinator, and I think we'll just play the Breeding Pool tapped. Doesn't super matter. Needle Spires, of course. So now I do think we play that tapped, and we will attack for 1. And then next turn we can play our Breeding Pool. Oh, no, we can't. Chrome Companion is decent enough. We get another Gene Pollinator, which is interesting. So now I think we just play the Gene Pollinator. I'm going to play our Swamp here. And then we're going to play our Galactic Wayfarer. We are going to auto-pay, basically just tapping down everything we have. We're going to make a lander here, which is good. And then eventually, I do think we are interested in going and getting a... We need to get a Plains and a Mountain. This is good for fixing our mana, though. What's nice, too, is we can use our lander to effectively have another mana and cast our Tapestry Warden, which is not bad. We also can just straight up cast it, which is also not bad. I guess we technically could make this a 2-1 that's got Double Strike. So I think we're going to start by attacking with our Galactic Wayfarer. If they went to double block, I'm okay with that. We'll take out their 2-3, and then we'll just play our Tapestry Warden. They are going to take the 3. I do think now we just play the Tapestry Warden. I think that feels totally fine. We can't sacrifice our lander. We're very close to being able to, but I think that's okay. And then next turn, we'll just play our Breeding Pool. We'll keep up our Diplomatic Relations. They have nothing for us. Zookeeper Mechan, I lied, is their play, which is not bad. Okay, so Sacred Foundry is interesting. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that untapped. Let's pay 2 life. If we activate this, we can't also Diplomatic Relations. So I think we're going to make it just uncomfortable for them to block. And I'm going to play the Diplomatic Relations with our Galactic Wayfarer, targeting their Virulent Silencer. And then we are just going to attack with our 4-3 and our 3-4. Really our 4-4. And then we are going to use the lander to go and get a Plains so that we can eventually make the Needle Spires into a creature. I think we're okay with this trade. Just absolutely clearing out the board seems fine to me. I guess we should have maybe attacked the Gene Pollinators too, because those are 2/2s. I think that's fine. I'm going to go and get our land now. And, I mean, there's a lot going on. I think we have all of our colors, right? Yeah, the Breeding Pool is our island. So I'm going to go and I'm going to get a Plains. And now next turn we've got the Needle Spires, which is decent. We've still got a Breeding Pool, which is fine. And hopefully, Ghost is okay. It's totally fine with us. I'm doing a lot of math here, trying to figure this out. Plasma Bolt is good. But I still like our spot a decent amount here. So I'm going to play the Breeding Pool tapped. We are going to activate our Needle Spires here, and then we are just going to attack everywhere. I think we're okay with a trade with the Gene Pollinator and their Ragost here, and then they'd be taking 8. They are going to trade, and they're down to 4, so hopefully we can hold on here. Looks like our opponent is stuck on lands a little bit. And we get there! The 5-color deck is interesting. It is really interesting. My brain was definitely bending during that game, but we're 1-0, which is all that matters. All right, hopping into this next one. It's a little weird, but we've got this Sammy's Curiosity that can go and get us a Swamp, and then we'll have access to a lot of our colors, so I think we're fine keeping this. Maybe we'll play the Breeding Pool and lose 2 life. We're getting back with this Sammy's Curiosity anyways, so maybe we'll just like go to 20 and do that. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. A Forest is not a bad draw, so we'll play our Sammy's Curiosity here. And then next turn, I want to get the Terra Botanist out there for sure. They have their own Terra Botanist, which is sick. Okay, so now we are interested in getting some black mana sources. So I'm going to still play out our Terra Botanist, and then next turn we'll probably take a turn off and just play the Breeding Pool tapped, and then go use our lander to go get a Swamp so that we can try and play our Elegy Acolyte eventually. Do we block? I mean, probably not. If they have some sort of combat trick, I think that makes it just like a crappy block for us. So I think we're okay taking the 2 there. They do just play Galactic Wayfarer, which is good. Plains is an interesting draw. I do think we'll play the tap land here. We'll try and keep our life total high. And we're just going to go and get a Swamp. Isn't incredible, but is also not the worst thing in the world here. Hopefully we can draw another Swamp, because I think that'd be nice for our Elegy Acolyte eventually. But we can also play the Voidforged Titan next turn as well, which is not bad at all. Honor is decent, so they can just attack us for 6 here, which is pretty good. Pretty good. They're back up to 22 as well. I definitely think we are better in the late game here. Yeah, I think we're just taking 6, unfortunately. Night Luminary is decent, so they just want to go get a 1/1 token, which tells me they're trying to go wide here. Dominion Bracelet is a crazy draw. So I think now I'm intrigued. So it gets +1/+1, which is relevant on this board. Equip 1. So I think we play the Brood Tender here. We'll mill 3 cards. We didn't mill anything that fantastic. We'll play the Dominion Bracelet, and then I'm going to equip it to our Brood Tender here, and we're going to hold up for a second. Hopefully a 3/4 can contain our opponent for just a moment here. Eventually, though, the dream is going to be to put the Dominion Bracelet on the Mouth of the Storm, so it'll only cost 6 to take over our opponent's turn. I mean, that's the goal. Hopefully we can draw some more lands here. But we can play the Voidforged Titan next turn, which is not bad either. Drix Fatemaker is good. I wonder why they wouldn't want to just play it out. That's weird. They definitely have something else. What on earth? So if they had a combat trick, they would have just attacked everywhere, right? This is so weird. Why wouldn't they just put a counter on the Galactic Wayfarer and attack with both of these? I'm going to fall for it. I'm going to fall for it. If they have a combat trick, they have a combat trick. But I'm going to fall for whatever this is. My curiosity is what's getting me here. Yeah, they still kill one of our things and draw a card. Okay. I mean, wasn't a great turn for us, but we also didn't take a walloping there by any standards. And then we can play our Voidforged Titan on our turn. We're still at 17. That's okay. It's not bad. Interesting. I think we just play the Voidforged Titan. And then we just hold up. We're not attacking. We just hold up. And then the goal will be to Diplomatic Relations next turn. And then we can hopefully try and draw a card with the Voidforged Titan. Loading Zone is cool. Cool. Doing the Drix Fatemaker thing. They'll put 2 counters on something. Make it into a 5/5. I'm not blocking. I think I'm more interested in Needle Spires is not great. We're going to play that tapped. I mean, it is a land, which is good. And then we're just going to Diplomatic Relations. And I think we're interested in just taking out the Galactic Wayfarer because it's a 5/5. And then if we make it into a 7/5, they still have good blocks against us. So I'm just going to pass. And then we're going to draw a card, lose a life. Really just want a swamp would be incredible. Glacier Godmaw is not bad. If we draw another land, we're in like a really, really good spot. If we don't, though, it's a little tricky. We're still at 11, which is not treacherous yet, but they've got some cards in hand, and they've got some things they can do with their mana. So, I don't know. We need to hang on for a second here. Might Form Harmonizer is good. Is really good. So they can double their Eumidian Terrabotanist's power, making it into a 6/4. And... oh, yikes. They can make it into a 12/4. I did not see that line. Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. Might Form Harmonizer is really, really good. So I think we block, and we'll take 8. Which, again, does not feel great, but like if we draw a swamp, we're right back in this. Any untapped land, we can Glacier Godmaw. So we're not dead yet. Okay, we're very close to being dead. I'm going to play the Gene Pollinator. But we're definitely in a tricky spot because they can play the Might Form Harmonizer and a land, make it into a 4/4 or a 6/4. I think we are supposed to put the Dominion Bracelet over onto the Gene Pollinator so that we can potentially double trade. Maybe that was wrong because we could have kept our Needle Spires up. I think it's right. Any land that we actually would have been in a decent spot, but now we're in a really, really tricky one. Okay, they are going to play a loading zone, which means they've got more counters a-coming, which is good. I think. I would assume that's what's happening. Terra Symbiosis. Okay, they actually are taking a turn off? Okay, untap land one time. One time untap land. No! Okay, I will say we can still get one of these cards off. So, which do we want to get off? I think it's probably the Mouth of the Storm. But Glacier Godmaw will allow us to get a lander, which will be good. So I'm going to go Glacier Godmaw. We're going to tap this and the Dominion Bracelet here, and we're going to continue to hold. We are at 3, which is uncomfortable. Intrepid Tenderfoot is decent. So they're going to be able to put a counter on that. They're going to draw a card. They're going to put 2 counters on it, really. Yeah, we're in a tricky spot. But we can take a turn for our opponent, which is kind of cool. I think because we potentially can take a turn for our opponent, we want to... oh, this is so tricky. I think I'm going to play the Elegy Acolyte out. We're going to tap down the Dominion Bracelet again and autopay. Then I'm going to play out our land. Then we're going to go to combat. And we're going to attack with the Glacier Godmaw. I am a little bit afraid of losing a life here. Maybe we'll attack with the Acolyte as well because it has Vigilance. Yeah, let's do that. And if they want to block with their 6/6, we'll just sacrifice our lander and go get a land and trade. And we'll gain 6 life, which is really, really important. We're definitely not out of the woods here at all. But I think us being able to play the Elegy Acolyte, get that life back, is good. And I do think we're going to go get a land with this. So I'm going to tap this for a red and a white. We're going to go get a land. Which land should we get? It doesn't super matter now. Let's get a swamp just because. And we're doing 14 to our opponent. I am a little bit concerned that they... Taruk is interesting. We're going to play our Blooming Stinger, and we're going to hopefully hold on. But I am afraid of the counterattack that is coming our way. Oh, I forgot we get the Void Trigger as well with the Lander. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not used to playing all these colors. It's a new set. Might Form Harmonizer is great. So they're going to make their Intrepid Tenderfoot into a Bajillion. Oh, they don't have a land? They've got to have a land. Yeah, they draw 2 cards. Yeah. Okay, it's a 16-16. Which is not chill. Not at all chill. Night Luminaries, fine. They'll make another 1-1. And they're attacking us with a 16-8. We're probably supposed to block like this. We'll take 10. We'll go back to 2. They don't have a great method of putting counters on things after this. So I think these are going to be our only blocks. We'll take 10. We'll gain 4. So really take 6. Yeah, I'm going to do this. We'll see if it's right. We go back to 2, which doesn't feel fantastic. We draw a land there, which is interesting. Can we kill our opponent? If we play the Mouth of the Storm, what's tough is this has to enter tap, so we can't use that to cast our to nuke. But if we play the Mouth of the Storm, we give everything -3, -0, and then we play our Sacred Foundry. Enters tapped. We don't want to pay 2 life. And then we just swing out. Everything's got Vigilance anyway, so we can just attack. And we get there! Oh my gosh! What a ridiculously stupid game, and we get the W here. Oh my gosh. We're 2-0. My brain is melting as I'm playing this, but we get the job done. Alright, hopping in this next one, we can't play any cards. We have to mulligan this. We're bound to have some weird opening hands. I do not like this hand, but I must keep it. So we're going to keep 6. I'm weirdly enough, I'm going to put back the Diplomatic Relations because we have no early creatures that I can see. So I'm going to play the Sammy's Curiosity. We're going to go next turn and get a Swamp and hopefully ramp into a Void Forged Titan. But it's looking a little bit bleak over here for sure. Okay, so now that we got our Swamp, I'm trying to think of what we want to get here. Probably a Mountain is the next most important. So I think we'll go and get a Mountain. We'll ramp a little bit, which is cool. Our opponent has got an Illvoid Galeblade, which is fine. It's not insane. We'll just take the 1 here. And then I'm going to go and get a Mountain, which I think is right. We can go double check real quick. Yeah, I think Mountain is the next most reasonable thing to get here. So we're going to go and get one. We've already got double green and black, so we can cast our cards in our hand. And they are going to be drawing a card and losing a life. But they draw 2 because we decided to crack our lander, which is pretty good for our opponent. Here, what is nice is we can play our Tanuke because we went and got that Mountain. I will say it's not incredible at the moment, but we can play our Void Forged Titan next turn. We'll ping our opponent for 1, something, and then eventually maybe the Glacier Godmaw can help us to play a land and crack a lander. We'll be able to draw a card. You know, we're doing things for sure. Starbreached Whale is fine. Is a little bit slow, which is good. We want it to be slow. They are going to Tragic Trajectory. That card is so good for 1 mana. -10/-10 for 1 mana is one of the crazier things that I've seen, and it's easy to trigger Void. Here, I do think now we just go with the Void Forged Titan. It's a 5/4. On this board, that's decent. Our opponent did not want to keep any lands at the top of their deck, so they are... Okay, they have more lands. Becomes a 3/2 blue and black elemental creature. So they've got some good flyers going on right now. I do think we are interested in warping our Vestige here. I guess we should have maybe done it after combat, but it doesn't super matter because we'll get to draw a card from our Void Forged Titan because this warped, and we'll get to maybe just put the Tapestry Warden onto the battlefield. Actually, I say maybe. We definitely will. They're blocking? That is very interesting to me. So I do think we put the Tapestry Warden on the battlefield instead of the land tier. It does hurt our chances of playing the Glacier Godmon next turn by making it impossible, but we can still play the anti-causal Vestige next turn, which is not bad. This card is nuts. This card is really good. Because I feel like we were at some pretty big card disadvantage. Now I feel like we're right back in it. Okay, they are going to make their Creeping Tar Pit into a creature. Can't be blocked this turn. So they're going to get pretty aggressive against us, which is something. Do they have another one? The card that I just was crying about? They have another Tragic Trajectory? No, they don't. Embrace Oblivion's good. So they get rid of our creature here, which is super solid. Now I do think we just attack with our 4/4. And then I'm just going to play out the anti-causal Vestige. I think it's good. I'm a little bit worried about them just being able to slowly but surely kill us with the Creeping Tar Pit. But if they're spending all their turns doing that, it's not that good. Specimen Freighter is good. We get to draw a card off the anti-causal Vestige, though. And we can put something on from our battlefield, from our hand onto the battlefield. And I'm going to put the... Is it the Vestige or the Dubious Delicacy? I think it's the Vestige again. I will say we can warp that, though, in a future turn. Do we go Delicacy here? And then they won't be able to crew their thing? They need 9 anyways. Oh, it's close. I'm going to go Delicacy. I'm going to do it. I say that. If we go untap lane, we could go Delicacy into the Vestige. I guess either way we could... Yeah, so let's put the Warden on, because then we can go Delicacy into the Vestige next turn. We'll take 2 here, which doesn't feel great. But it's nice that we can warp this again. Ice Cave Crasher is fine. So now I do think we will just warp this again. I want to keep drawing cards. We will attack for 4, too. Like, we're going to put it down to 11. We're not doing nothing. And then we'll be able to put something from our hand onto the battlefield tapped. And I think now it is a... But it's not. It's an Ice Cave Crasher. Let's be so for real. And then we'll continue to hold here for a second. Limitless Evangel. Whenever you sacrifice another creature or artifact, gets a 1/1 counter on it. That's not very good. Starbreach Whale is solid, but we have the Diplomatic Relations, which is good. They're putting both on the bottom. They don't want the Beamsaw Prospector or the Swamp, which is a decent sign for us. They are going to be stationing here. Because they could have stationed everywhere, but they chose not to, which is fine by me. So I think now I'm going to go Diplomatic Relations, taking out their Starbreach Whale. I'm going to play the Dubious Delicacy, taking out their either the token or the Lightless Evangel. I'll take the robot out, and then we're just going to attack for 10. I think that makes some sense. And then we will play our Sammy's Curiosity. And then we can just crack this next turn. They lose 3 life. I think we did it again. Maybe this deck is good. Maybe the key to the format is you need to play all 5 colors. We'll get rid of our Mouth of the Storm. I like the Gladma a little bit better, just because we can play it, draw land, and then attack with it. We've got a lot of ways to win. They're going to whack us for 3 here, but that will not be enough. And I'm just going to crack this and have our opponent lose 3 life. And I believe this gets it done. And we get there again! We're 3-0 on the day, ripping through this 5-color challenge. Alright, we go first in this one. We definitely keep this. We only have 1 color in hand, but we have all green cards and a colorless card in hand, so could be a lot worse. I do think I'm intrigued by the Dominion Bracelet early, but I think just playing the Tenderfoot makes a little bit more sense. We draw more green cards, which is totally fine. What's nice, too, is because we're playing the Tenderfoot out, we can... I guess we will attack. We can tap that down next turn and still cast something like a Thawbringer here. Our opponent's going to think we're mono green. Little do they know, we are actually every single color. Okay, we draw a land there, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. I think we probably just play an Ice Cave Crasher ahead of schedule. I guess we could also play a Blooming Stinger. We could attack, and then we can play the Dominion Bracelet. Yeah, I'm going to do that instead. We're going to give our Intrepid Tenderfoot the Death Touch here. And then we will attack with the Tenderfoot. And then we'll just play out our Dominion Bracelet and tap down our Blooming Stinger. It's not anything outrageously impressive, but it's also not bad. Frenzied Baloth is good, so they're going to counter-attack us here, which I am excited about. I'm in on that. So, this is interesting. So I think now we are going to play our Thawbringer. Just does a good job of trading with what they currently have. We're going to Surveil 1. I think I don't really want the planes. I know that's crazy. I don't know. I don't really want it. And then we are going to... We're going to tap this. And tap this. And then we're going to equip this to our... I guess we'll do our Intrepid Tenderfoot. And then we're just going to attack for 5. So we get our opponent down to 12. Took me a sec to think through that one. And then next turn we can just play the Ice Cave Crasher, or we can play the Sammy's Curiosity, get some life, get another land out there. We'll see how aggressive our opponent gets. Okay, Meltstrider's Resolve is good, so they take out our Intrepid Tenderfoot. I think we still block this. We just keep our life total high. We'll clear out the board a little bit. I think we're fine surveilling 1 as well. Just dialing back this a little bit, I think, is okay for us. Infinite Guidelight Station. I'm sorry, not right now. Not right now. Dubious Delicacy is pretty interesting. So I think we go Sammy's Curiosity. And then we go Dubious Delicacy. We will pay the Swamp this way. We can tap down our Lander. And then we'll pay the 2 green. We will take out their Geomorph Imago. And then we will just attack with our Blooming Stinger. Nothing tremendous happening over here. We've got our opponent down to 10, which is not nothing. Next turn we can cast our Ice Cave Crasher. Okay, they had nothing for us, which is really sketchy. Really sketchy. But they didn't counter anything last turn. They definitely didn't draw a counter spell. I'm gonna do the weird thing here, and I'm gonna equip the Gene Pollinator. And we're not gonna play the Ice Cave Crasher right now. We're gonna start by attacking. Lost in Space is super good. Do we want that again? Not really. Not really. We have no need to cast other colored cards. So we're just going to play our Immediate Terrabotanist here. And a weird game that we're having, but, I mean, we have a chance here. It did get harder for us to cast our Ice Cave Crasher. Harmonious Grave Strider is good. We drew a Gene Pollinator anyway. Deck said, I don't care.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
So, I guess I think we continue attacking with our Blooming Stinger. If they want to trade with their 5/5, I'm cool with that. And then we will just play our Gene Pollinator here. And then I do think we're probably just going to crack the Lander on our opponent's turn. We'll see what they do here. So we're going to crack our Lander here. We're going to go and we're going to get a... I think that Swamp makes the most sense just for what's in our deck. We get a life back, which is cool. We draw the other Gene Pollinator that was on the bottom of our deck. Okay, so that's interesting. I do think now we will make them block. Yeah, let's make them block. So I'm gonna put the... Okay, so they had to block there. Maybe we should have attacked everywhere, but if they have any sort of spell there, we just get completely housed. So now I am just going to play out the Ice Cave Crasher. We will auto-pay. I will tap down our Dominion Bracelet here. And hopefully this is enough to get it done. All we have to punch through is 3 points of damage, and then we can crack our Dubious Delicacy. What a weird game. What a weird, weird game. Glacier Godmaw is good, but it is not good enough. So we will attack everywhere. Our opponent will take 3. And then we will Dubious Delicacy them. Target opponent loses 3 life to their face. And we get there again! We are unbelievable with this multi-color deck. Maybe it's good. Maybe the deck is good, and we are now 4-0 on the day. All right, jumping into this next one. Oh my gosh, what an opening hand. What a hand to look at. Oh, I don't even know what to say. What have we done? What have we done? We're mulliganing that. This is, like, technically it's better. If we don't draw a forest, we're in a heap of trouble, though. I think we're supposed to keep this. And we'll put back one of our Sammy's Curiosities. This can enter tapped. We're good. Hopefully we draw a forest. If we draw a forest, we're actually fine. Everything's totally fine. Oh, yes. Okay, we are so incredibly in business. Let us pay 2 life. And I think I'm interested in just playing out a Blooming Stinger here. Because next turn, we can play our Sammy's Curiosity, we can crack it, go get that land, and maybe try and play our Voidforged Titan ahead of schedule. We could also just play... Oh, this is tricky. No, I think we have to stick to that plan. So I think we play the Sammy's Curiosity here. Well, I'm going to start by attacking. If they want to trade, I'm fine with that. And then we'll just play our Sammy's Curiosity. I really feel the need for another forest. I just feel weird with us only having one. This will allow us to eventually be able to play the Terrabotanist into the Gene Pollinator next turn. So I think that's right. Our opponent is green, maybe mono green. You know, we'll never know. And they have nothing for us. We pulled the Infinite Guidelight Station. I wish we knew that a second ago. We're not that far from casting it. So here, I think we'll just attack with our 2/2. Biosynthetic Burst is good. It gets indestructible too, so they just eat our creature. We will play a Gene Pollinator into a Eumidian Terrabotanist. And yeah, Biosynthetic Burst may be better than I'm giving it credit. That kind of just housed us right there. I guess it was a very situational removal spell. Ooh, Ice Tool Explorer is real good. Holy smokes. Okay, so that was good. I do think now we just play the Voidforged Titan. I think getting that out there makes some sense. We're going to have to tap everything we have down, which does not feel great. But they are, oh my gosh. The ramp is insane on the Ice Tool Explorer. We would have liked one of those in our deck. That would have been sick. So we're going to be able to make a giant Intrepid Tenderfoot. Mechanizoa is great. Oh. Oh, that's why. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Our opponent doing the thing. Doing the thing. And we have a Infinite Guidelight Station in our hand. Which is not great. They're going to be attacking us as well, which does not feel fantastic. They can also play that next turn, which is really strong. Elegy Acolyte is the only thing that can maybe save us here. So I'm very excited to be playing that. We are going to attack, so we can draw a card. We're going to lose a life, which is not great. Okay, we can do this. Permanent card. This is a permanent card. We need to draw a land next turn. But we can do this. So we're going to take 5 here. I assume they're going to play their Mechanizoa and tap down our Elegy Acolyte. Yep. No, that's good. That's good. But if we draw an untapped land, or a tap land, we can play the Anti-Causal Vestige, and then we can play our Infinite Guidelight. I don't even know if that's good. Oh my gosh, we didn't do it. We did not do the thing, which is bad. Great analysis there. Okay, so I think we just play it out for its warp cost, and we're just going to play out our Tapestry Warden. We are not going to be attacking. We're going to have to make some really uncomfortable blocks. Oh, we do get to make a 2/2 as well. I keep forgetting the bottom. This card is insane. This card is so nuts. Why are you allowed to make a 2/2 as well? And then we're going to draw a card. Hopefully it's a land. Land would be cool. Okay, land is good. And then I think we just put the Tapestry Warden on the battlefield instead of the Sacred Foundry. I think that makes some sense for us. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That just makes the most sense in my brain. And then we're going to have to make some really uncomfortable blocks here, but we're still alive, which is the important thing. This card is nuts. Absolutely nuts. They have gotten so much value out of it. I forgot they're gonna make a giant intrepid tenderfoot, which is really good. Yeah, we're gonna have to make some uncomfortable blocks here. We're gonna figure this out. It's gonna be fine. Okay, they did attack us everywhere. So if we block like this, that makes sense to me. Yeah, we take 5. Sure. Oh, are they gonna combat trick us for the win? That's so lame. Is that a trample? Okay, I'm sleeping on Biosynthic Burst. That card is insane. Something we could have done there. We played really hard. Our opponent had a really, really good curve out, and we kind of hung with them with our super weird deck. We're now 4-1 on the day, which is totally fine. We can still bounce back. Jumping into this next one, and wow. Wow, this is what we deserve. You know, it's not good. If we draw a land, we can play the Thawbringer, but that's kind of a big if. We do have the Tanook and the Infinite Godlight Station in hand. Do we keep it, just hope we draw lands? Maybe we should be playing 18 lands anyways. I don't want to mulligan. I'm feeling risky today. I think we'll draw a land in our first 3 draw steps. Really 4 draw steps. They play a Sammy's Curiosity, which is good. I just need 1 land. Just 1. 1 is all that I need. So we can play our Thawbringer and hopefully go get another land out of that surveilling action. Our opponent is ramping nicely, so I'm a little worried. A little bit worried. We don't get a land there, but we do draw a Eumidian Terrabotanist. I hate that the times when I'm like, man, I really wish we could draw a land, we don't draw lands. You just know it's not coming. It's not going to be there on the top of our deck. Kav Landseeker is great. Okay, so we don't. We draw the Glacier Godmaw, which is not good. And we honestly have a very low chance of winning this game, which is tough. We might put an extra land in just because we're so... Our curve is so ridiculous. Yeah, we'll take 4. If they just play like a normal 5-drop, we're just in a world of hurt here. They might not, though. They might just use their lander. Go get even more lands. Come on, land 1 time off the top of our library. The Sea Ship is not good. Okay, we draw land, which is great news. We are so incredibly back. We're paying 2 life. I don't even care. We are going to play... I guess we could play the Dubious Delicacy here. Just take off their Kav Landseeker. That maybe makes some sense. I'm going to do that instead of playing the Thawbringer here. Hopefully we can draw another land next turn, but even if we don't... we can still play our Thawbringer, which feels good. They have another Kav Landseeker, so I'm glad we took that one out for sure. 2 of those is a lot. 4/3s with Menace are good. They're close to being able to also attack us with the Sledge-class Sea Ship. But stuff is its only creature, so hopefully they don't have any good creatures, but they might. They might have some really good ones. Okay, we draw another untapped land, which is fantastic news. I do think we are fine letting this enter tapped, because I want to surveil anyways. So I think we just play out our Thawbringer. And then we are not in the business of attacking. I think we're fine with that land too. Yeah, let's just keep that there. Okay. Let's just hold on for a second. They're going to be able to attack us with their Sledge-class Sea Ship, which is a 4/5, which is not nothing. Biotech Specialist is good, so we're down to 14. Blooming Stinger is decent. So they can attack us with the Kav Landseeker and the Sledge-class Sea Ship. I guess the Sea Ship, it like being a 4/5 actually makes it somewhat decent. But it is slow. Like, they would have much rather just had like a 3-mana creature they could be whacking us with. Do we double block here? Probably. Okay, they have no creatures in hand. So I think that means we double block. And then we'll try to just kind of hold on for a second here. Oh no, do they have a removal spell? Oh no. Oh no! Hey, we get to surveil though, and that's cool. Do we still want that land? I guess. All right, so we're in a tough spot here now. Ugh. That is not good. So we have to play this. Oh, we're in such a brutal spot. We're going to be taking at least 10 next turn. So we have to have this enter tapped and play an Ice Cave Crasher. I guess we're dead either way. We're taking... I guess we have to block their Blooming Stinger. Ugh. This was tough. Maybe the Sea Chip's better than I thought it was. I mean, I don't think it's good. But a 4-5 is not bad. Did they draw a creature? Oh, they did. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we're so dead. We are so incredibly dead. I will say it took us a long time to draw our third land, which is sometimes going to be like that. They've got us down to 2. You know, we tried as hard as we could here. But we go down. There is nothing we can do, and we go down this one as well. We're now 4-2. We're slowly losing quickly. That doesn't even make sense. Moving into this next one, I like this hand quite a bit. We can play the Breeding Pool on 1. I think we're fine paying the life, and we will play a Sammy's Curiosity. Get that life total back up to 20. And then next turn we can play our Blooming Stinger, which is totally fine. And now we're on the hunt. We've got 3 of our colors here, sort of, for the Infinite Guideline Station. We've got a lot of swamps in hand. I think we'll probably go and get either a Plains or a Mountain. The Dubious Delicacy is interesting. Interesting. I think we don't attack. And we'll probably just crack our lander, go and get a Mountain or a Plains. But I kind of see what our opponent does here. We might Dubious Delicacy something if it's worth getting rid of. Like an Illvoid Infiltrator, I'm good. I don't think we need to get rid of that. And we will just crack. We will crack our lander. We will go and get a Mountain, which is good. Command Bridge is... Wow, we are close to being able to play the Infinite Godlight Station, which, hilariously enough, is not going to be that good because we have no multicolored permanents. So I think we just play the Command Bridge. We will tap a Swamp, and then we'll just keep up the Dubious Delicacy. We are not attacking. And then eventually we'll try and play the Mouth of the Storm. We also can play the... We're close to playing the Infinite Godlight Station. If we draw another island or a forest, we can get it done. Cryo Shatter's good. Yeah. Illvoid Galeblade is good as well. I think we're probably taking out their Infiltrator just because I don't want them to get that card. So we're going to attempt to take it out here. We draw a forest, which means we can play the Infinite Godlight Station, which is the only thing we really can do. I will say the Mouth of the Storm is going to be able to station this pretty quickly, and it is a multicolored permanent. Oh, I guess we have one in the Infinite Godlight Station. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so we got to make one tap 2/2, which is definitely something. And then next turn we'll play out our Mouth of the Storm and hopefully be able to crew this thing up, draw some cards. You know, maybe it's good. Self-Craft Mechan is decent. Okay, they're not going to be cracking it, which is good news for us. I'm really, really surprised they're not attacking with their 2/1/1s. Okay, there they are. We are not blocking. And then I do think we just play the Swamp. And then we'll play the Mouth of the Storm. And then we're going to basically make all of our creatures can't really attack well. And then we're going to double crew. Station, that is. And... I mean, there's a world in which the Infinite Guideline Station takes over here. Are we living in it? Maybe. I'm afraid they're going to remove our Mouth of the Storm here. Or our Infinite Guideline Station. They're looking at it. Okay, they're not doing anything yet. Holy cow, that was a draw. I think we start by trying to crew the Infinite Guidelight Station. Well, I say that. We should play the Galvanizing Saw Ship. We should crew that, and then use that to crew the Infinite Godlight Station. The only thing is, if they have a board clear, then we get absolutely housed. But they probably would have used it last turn. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I'm playing the Galvanizing Saw Ship here. We are going to station with the Mouth of the Storm. And then we're going to station the Infinite Godlight Station. And we're going to hope they don't have a board clear. They have something. Worst case, we do still have 2 6/6 and 6/5 flyers. So that's not bad. Okay. Lost in Space is fine. We'll put it on top. I mean, it's not great. And then we are not attacking. And I don't really feel the need to play this land. I guess maybe we should. Let's play it. We will have it intertapped. We do not care. We'll end our turn there. I guess we maybe could have gained some life. We would have gained 1 life. No, I think that's fine, having it intertapped. Here I'm fine, starting to block with our Blooming Stinger. They have their own Mouth of the Storm, which is awesome. They're so sick. So sick. So we're not going to be able to crew our Infinite Godlight Station. We are going to block with our Blooming Stinger here. It's just not doing anything for us. Oh boy. We've got a game on our hands for sure. I do think now we just play the Infinite Godlight Station, and then we are just going to hold up. And then next turn we can crew and attack with it. Starfield Vocalist could be really good. What else do you have here? If they have something else solid, we're in for a world of hurt. De-sculpting Blast. Okay. It's actually fine. I think I'm okay blocking this. I say that. Oh, let's put this in a weird spot. We can play this next turn. We can double crew. We can attack for 7. But then they'd have a huge counterattack. I think we're probably just supposed to block like this. Does not feel great, but we're just hoping our opponent bricks on a couple of draws. We're going to gain some life. Just keep our life total as high as we possibly can here. We do draw a land, which was not what we were looking for. So we're just going to play our Galvanizing Saw Ship. And I'm going to get it online fully here. Do we attack for 6? We would take 8 back. I think we just hold for a second. And we hope they draw a land. Just draw a land. You only have 7. You could certainly have more than 7. Oh, don't draw action. If they draw action, we just shot ourselves in the foot. Oh, they're going to go get equipment. Okay, that's chill. Oh, that's a good equipment to get. And they get to do it twice. That is not chill. Ooh, anti-causal vestige is crazy. So we're going to warp that. For sure, we're going to warp that. We are going to station with that. And then we're going to just hold the line for a second here. Hopefully we draw something here we can play. Yes, Elegy Acolyte is great. We will play that tapped. Okay. We can do this. We have to hold on for a second here. Wethblade Enhancer is good. It still doesn't make it, though, to where they have a really good attack against our Galvanizing Saw Ship, unless they just swing everywhere. Oh, it gets the double trigger! I lied! It's so good! Oh my gosh. Starfield Vocalist can be so insane. Oh, they only attacked with a 5/6? I think we're fine taking 5. Whoa. They already get to do that again next turn, too. So our opponent is top decking good things. We're top decking lands, which is unfortunate. I do think now we just play out our anti-causal vestige. I do think it's good. And then we will tap it down. We will attack with the Infinite Godlight Station. What's nice, too, is we can draw a card here. And then we'll also draw a card of the Elegy Acolyte, which is good. They did not block. Hopefully we draw action. Immediate Terrabotanist is not bad at all. So we'll play that out. We will play a Plains. Oh, we already played our lane for turn. Oh, Vanishing Light is good. Is good. And I think they get to do it twice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is how we go down. Starfield Vocalist is so cool. That card is good. They've definitely, I mean, they top decked. I think they went Sculpting Blast into Mouth of the Storm, into Weftblade Enhancer, into Banishing Light. They've been on 7 lands the entire game. And sometimes it's like that. Do they have more action? I guess we'll attack like this. I mean, we'll block like this. I'm very confused by that attack now and not last turn. Okay. I mean, that's interesting. Needle Spires is bad. Because it enters tapped as well. Yeah, we just tapped. We lost the top deck war in this one. So we'll play it. We'll gain our life. And then I think we will just attack with the Vestige and the Acolyte. But it's pretty dire at this moment. And there's nothing else we can do. Yep. We'll go back up to 12. And, I mean, we're pretty much dead. They can just play their Weftblade Enhancers here. Yeah. Yeah, you know, sometimes it's like that. Why would you not put the counter right here? I hate when we lose and I feel like we're playing better. So frustrating. We're not technically dead yet. Do we want to block this? I mean, maybe. This way we're only at 6. I mean, we're dead either way. But we do have the sneaky land thing next turn. Thawbringer does not get it done. It is a decent draw, I guess. We don't even want the Sammy's Curiosity. And I think this is just how we go down. So even if we attack with the anti-causal Vestige, they're just going to attack us for 6 in the sky. And that just kind of gets it done. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else we can do. Yeah, we just can't. We've got nothing in the tank here. Max we could have attacked for would have been 11. Yeah, we go down. Oh, Ilvoid Galeblade is good as well. Adds insult to injury, and this is where our run ends. We had a heck of a run. We had a really good time. This draft was very chaotic, very fun. We got some good wins. We lost some very close ones, and our deck was a meme. If they don't attack us with the 6-7, I'm going to lose my mind. Sure. Vanishing Light. Wow, have been on 7 lands this entire time. I think they went runner, 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 runner. There are 24 cards in their deck. They've gotten 17 lands. Oh, we can't. We draw a card. We draw a card. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. We can draw some heat right here. We draw an Ice Cave Crasher. Pain. Pain. We go down. We tried. We fought hard. This is where our journey ends today. So here is the deck that gets it done. Today we were 4-3, which is not so bad. So based on my performance, I'm giving away a rare card set to one of you. All you have to do to claim this is like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Look, it's a chaotic channel. It's a chaotic channel. We did some chaotic things today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time.